So what exactly did happen with Yieldly Finance? I mean, it was like the first DeFi platform that came out, and then it just, no one likes it anymore. Well, I decided I want to dive a little deeper and find out just exactly why people don't like Yieldly anymore, what's going on with it, why that price just tanked. We're going to talk about Yieldly's demise on today's Frugal BC. What is up, dudes? Dudes and dudettes, it is Frugal BC. We are here to talk about Yieldly Finance today. That's right. I did a little deep dive over the weekend because I just kind of wanted to find out what exactly did happen with Yieldly Finance. You hear little bits here and there, but I just wanted to dive in to see what actually happened with the platform. So we're going to look at that today. By the way, if you guys don't mind hitting that subscribe button, as you know, that helps show us everybody our content, to help you see all our content about the crypto space, primarily focusing on Algorand because it's been the best blockchain for us so far. We do other stuff, sometimes some Townstar. I'm actually looking at Blancos right now as well. I've done Splinterlands content, and occasionally I dive into other chains too. So stay tuned. We do the experiment. We let you know how it goes, whether that's the good, the bad, and everything in between. So, okay, but around Yieldly. So I was looking at the Yieldly price to start off with, and let me just pull that up because I want to say I was on Yieldly from day one. Literally the day it launched, I got involved in it. It was the first DeFi platform on Algorand, and I just transitioned to my algo from holding algo on Coinbase. Is kind of what started. So I have a lot of nostalgia. It sounds funny to say for something that's like what, a year old, 2 years old, year and a half old. What is it? It sounds funny to say, but yeah, I've had it for that long. I have nostalgia because this thing got me into DeFi on Algorand and other DeFi stuff I tried, like Compound was just a failure. I tried to put some money in, the transaction would fail, but it would charge me ETH. So it just felt like you were dumping money away. I hated it. It made me so mad. And then when I found this, it was something that actually worked. So it was exciting. So it's just interesting to me that so many other projects have come out now, and I just kind of lost interest in it myself. The price drop is a big reason for that. Let's take a look at that. So if you look here, you can see we kind of peaked right around this is right around the start of the year. This is all December, January, and then January just goes, and it's never been the same since. And you might wonder, well, what happened there? I think there's a number. I don't think there's one reason. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't think there's one single reason why Yieldly failed. So I dig through the stuff. Here's what some of the stuff I've come up with. Week 4 is where the trouble started. The first signs of trouble, and it had to do with the lottery. So what happened was basically the rewards in week 1 they switched over how the lottery awards worked, and people were kind of losing their mind. Mostly they changed from an every 7 hour cycle to an every 30-minute cycle. And let's look at this little Medium post that kind of talks about it. Yeah, so week 4, Yieldly no loss lottery results and updates, big changes to reward system last minute. I think this. So we'll talk about this. I connected Yieldly this morning to see if I was the winner, receiving 18,756.53 algo from the no loss lottery prize pool this week. Got a big surprise. No, I didn't win, but if I did, I would let you know. The surprise was I received one Yieldly for my stake that's 8 less than last week for the same amount of 16 tickets I'd previously staked. So basically, they changed the way the rewards would be distributed. They pay out every 30 minutes from 7 days, every 7 days. So this confused a lot of people. I don't think they communicated this well, and that was kind of the problem. People got really, really confused about what was happening. Kind of the first signs of maybe a lack of communication. But another bigger one, and this is one of the reasons I think Yieldly lost a lot of trust. And yeah, we're going to talk about the Polygon thing too, but we'll get to that. So this was back in March. This was after that crash, but TO5 distribution pools, there was a lot of irregular activity. And what happened? Well, there was a glitch in the HODL distribution pool on their TL5 contract. As a result, a bot has been able to claim a disproportionate share of HDL rewards. That was headline, by the way, not HODL. I keep saying HODL. That was headline. I will say, and so this is one of the reasons. This is one of the things that people have talked about why they don't trust Yieldly. They've had these issues. I mean, here they are. They have put this in here. As you can see, JT had some problems getting responses. I also have had trouble getting responses. I've asked them questions about things a few times, and being one of the I like to think influencers in the Algorand space, you'd think they'd want to touch base and answer some questions that they have not. Now, another thing that happened with Yieldly is that they lost at one point, and I think I covered this on the channel, they lost like almost their entire development team. And as far as I can tell, still nobody knows exactly why. There's some speculation. I saw some people say some reasons, but none of it was verified. There was no one from the dev team said, yeah, this is why I left and this is why my coworkers left. So as far as we can tell, we really have no idea. Yeah, there's really bad communication around the staff leaving too. Like people found out about it, but they weren't really talking about it. And this is another example of the poor communication. Now, one thing that people cite a lot that I don't necessarily agree with was the Polygon decision. The fact that they were also expanding out to Polygon. I don't have a problem with that. I think a platform can do multiple chains, and that's fine. Yeah, not everyone agrees with that. That's fine. At that point, I think I was kind of starting to wind down my interest in Yieldly. To be fair, I did include them in my 2021 video, like best projects for 2022. I had Lofty in there. I stand by that one. I definitely don't stand by my Yieldly one. That one did not age well. Yep, old BC took one on the chin there. But remember, there still weren't a lot of Tiny Man was still pretty much brand new. There just weren't a lot of projects on the Algorand blockchain yet that were solid and had some time behind them. But yeah, a lot of people were upset about that. That was really irritating. One other thing that upset me that I think it took a really long time if it ever got corrected was the coin price listed on the website did not match the coin price on any ASA pricing platform like Tiny Chart or now Vestige. And the reason for that is they were listing the ETH version of the token, not the Algorand version. I don't know. I still don't know why they really. I think it was for bridging, maybe is why they had that. But it doesn't matter. Like people want to know. It's an Algorand project primarily. People want to know the Algorand price, not the ETH price, and that just did not get fixed. So that was a big frustration that I had. And also, I will tell you that I just never felt like they're. And I've seen this even recently on their pools. Other people have done these calculations too, but the APR that they're telling you is not accurate. It's definitely not accurate. I've done the math. It's not even close to accurate. So just going to put that out there. Like I said, other people have talked about that too. And then the one thing that people have brought up is the NFT platform that they created. I didn't even know they had an NFT platform, to be honest, because there's nothing on their main site that points you to that, which would kind of make sense if you were going to do that. And there's speculation that they've never really recovered their development team and that the speculation, I don't know if this is true or not, but the speculation is that they put out this website that was built by them without really being able to revamp it much. And some of the criticism, I don't think it's a bad looking site. Let's take a look. I don't think it's a terrible looking site. It kind of has that Yieldly style, that kind of Miami pink flamingo kind of a style. You can see various NFTs on here. I kind of like this algo knitter one. That's a good idea, by the way. A little cross stitching going on there. I like that. So, I mean, it's not a bad looking site. Supposedly, you're not able to search by collections, is what they say. People didn't like that. But you can search by, they got creators here. So, Algorand, of course, is a huge one. Algorillas, et cetera, et cetera. So, I don't know, it seems okay. I'd say my biggest criticism is the fact that like there's nothing on their website. I scoured their like the Yieldly page and nothing like says, hey, by the way, here's our NFT, here's our Y NFT. In fact, let's look at that. Here's all the stuff, overview, staking. Hate these menus, by the way. Liquidity, distribution, YAM, algo prize game. So there's nothing. Oh, there is a thing up here. No, that's just this is about their esports thing. This is by the way, this just takes you to their esports page. Nothing, there's just no link to, you would just expect there to be a link to the NFT page. Now, as you guys know, my biggest pet peeve in crypto is lack of communication. It's just always bad. I don't understand why it's so bad. And what happens is the communication is so spread out that there's nearly no central place to go to get all the info. One of the things they get criticized of, actually, one of the reasons I'm not involved is all the pools are with their token. Well, I don't want to use your token. I don't have anything to do with the elite token. Did I lose? No, I don't think I lost. So there's distribution pools, and that's fine. In fact, I might possibly use the cosmic one, but we'll see. But the main thing is like I don't want to pair it with a token that's gonna be so volatile in price. Now it's gone down a lot and it's kind of like steadily gone down. So the depreciation isn't like terrible anymore. It's from if you bought it at the all-time highs, yeah, you're hurting right now for sure. A lot of my yieldly was from a drop that they did. I think I want to say it was like 2 or 3 weeks in. I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty. If you were early in on this, you got like a drop of like 5,000 yieldy, which for a while was actually worth something. Now it's worth like jack squat, and so that's something important to keep in mind too. So I didn't really lose. I wouldn't say I lost a ton of money on yieldy, but I probably lost like potential money, I suppose. But yeah, just as of this moment, I'm completely out because I'd rather stake pairs with algo than pairs with yieldy. I don't see the point. So I think there's been a lot of reasons, and I guess I just kind of wanted to wrap up all the reasons why yieldy is just people just aren't that excited about it anymore. I think there's a lot of projects that have come on the space that people are more excited about. They're frankly doing a better job. I think the interfaces are better. I've been a big fan of Cometa lately. I like the way they set things up. They made it a lot more simpler to use, which is really important. Humble, if it would ever work for me, would be great. It just won't. It won't recognize assets in my wallet. Really frustrating. And yeah, there's others. Algo Fund has some decent stuff. I just participated in the first IDO. Some communications issues there too, I will say. And I mentioned that to them, so hopefully they address that in future IDOs. But yeah, there's a lot of projects out there. There's a lot of things to get involved in. Tiny Man with its own farming, those are my favorites so far. I've just been liking those a lot. So I don't know if there's a lot of place for Yuli anymore, and I think they got an uproad battle at this point. They got a lot of climbing to do to get out of their hole. And so that's my thoughts on Yieldly. I'd love to. Are you guys still involved, or when did you, if you quit Yieldly, when did you quit Yieldly, and when did you get in? I'd love to hear that in the comments below. As always, if there's something I missed, let me know also in the comments below. And if I got something wrong, I always pin the comment. Of course, if there's more than one, I suppose I can't pin them all, but I try to, or maybe I'll do it, or I do an update and pin the update. So I always try to get you the most accurate information. Love to hear your thoughts. Leave it in the comments below. As always, I'm Frugal BC. Hope you guys are doing great out there. And as always, see you in the future.